Well, whatever's wrong with the radio is more serious than just a blown fuse. The fuse had blown, but there was a reason why, and I'm not sure. I've just replaced the fuse. To be honest, I didn't have. The original fuse is a 5 amp, and that's completely blown. I do not have a 5 amp to sort of. I've got hundreds of fuses. It's just the problem is I've got no garage, I've got no storage, I've got no shed, so all my stuff is everywhere. I've probably got a bag of 200 fuses and I couldn't find them. So what I've done, I've just taken one of the spare fuses, which reads 8 amps on one side. Bizarrely, I didn't notice until I put it in the bloody radio that it reads 15 amps on the other side. So that's Lucas 15 amps. Then the other side here, it clearly reads 8 amps. So what I want to do, I didn't want to run the radio and drive the car, but I just put this larger fuse in the fuse holder here and turn the ignition on. Just quickly turn the radio, and I heard the aerial go up straight away. There's on the back here, obviously on the aerial rose straight away, but there was no sound coming from the radio. Then very quickly smoke was rising from the radio, quite a lot of smoke. So I quickly pulled the ignition key out. So there's clearly a serious problem, and obviously I'd put in an overrated fuse just to test the flow. And as I say, to the aerial rose, but there was no signal, there was no sort of static hiss or crackle of the radio. So there's clearly a problem. I think the radio is knackered, which is a shame because it is the original, but it certainly won't be worth, buggering about trying to get this repaired. I'll just have to get a complete replacement. I'm sure I'll be able to find a radio cassette on eBay, but that's a shame because the car is completely original. But anyway, what the hell? What's done is done. I think it was knackered before because I was faffing about with it the other night and I got no sound, and the aerial was going up and down, and then all of a sudden the aerial went down, it didn't come back up again, but there appeared to be no sort of sound coming from the speakers. There was no static hiss. So whatever had happened, and then I've just plugged in another fuse and completely burnt the thing out. So if it wasn't knackered before, it's definitely knackered now. The car absolutely stinks. There really was a lot of smoke rising. Never mind, what's done is done. It's just one of those things. But I think it would have happened, actually, if it had had the correct rated 5 amp fuse, it would have probably just burnt the fuse out instantly. But nonetheless, there's still damage to the radio somehow. But obviously this bit of corrosion here, it looks like there's been a leak of some sort dribbling inside. That's probably not done the radio any good. But to me, whatever it is, it's 37 years old. It's had its day, and it's never been opened before. It's still got the dealer stamp here, but there's no marks on it. You saw me drill out the rivets, so I'll just poke this back in without a fuse, and I'll be looking for a new radio.